Some people enter a room and instantly change the emotional atmosphere without even trying. They are not loud, aggressive, or demanding attention.
Look, I know I messed up,
others
but you
around
have to
them
understand the
suddenly
pressure
become
I
more
was under.
careful,
It wasn't entirely my
self-conscious,
fault,
or
I swear.
strangely defensive.
I just need you to see
this
my side of
reaction
it.
usually comes from a quiet emotional presence that feels unusually grounded and self-contained. While most people constantly seek reassurance through smiles,
You are
approval,
always
or
late.
social
I
feedback,
told you to be here
these
an hour
individuals
ago.
do not rely
It is
on
not my
validation
fault.
from
The
others
traffic
to
was
feel
terrible,
secure.
and you know
they are
it.
comfortable simply existing as themselves.
It's getting
without
harder to
performing
keep it
for
all
acceptance.
inside, isn't it?
And that alone can feel unsettling.
can't hide
to
from
people who are
yourself
used
forever.
to constant emotional reassurance.
What if I fail?
In modern social situations,
They're all
many
staring
interactions
at me.
are built on subtle
I
performance.
should have stayed home.
People
This
carefully
is too
monitor
much.
how they are perceived, adjust their behavior to fit expectations, and search for signals that they are being liked. When someone enters the space without participating in
Everything
that
is
invisible
just
social
perfect, isn't it?
negotiation, their
Absolutely,
calmness
I couldn't
becomes
agree
highly
more.
noticeable.
What a
Others
lovely
may
day.
misinterpret this emotional steadiness as judgment, coldness, or superiority, even when none of those things are true. The person may simply feel no need to constantly prove themselves or manage how everyone sees them. Yet their quiet authenticity unintentionally exposes how dependent many people are on external approval. This creates discomfort because emotionally grounded individuals reflect
I
insecurity
promise
back
it wasn't
to
my
others
fault, but you have
without
to believe
saying
me. It
a
was
single
just a
word.
misunderstanding.
People begin questioning
Yes,
themselves
exactly.
around
We were
them,
just trying to help.
overthinking their behavior, or trying harder to explain who they are. The discomfort does not come from fear of aggression, but from being near someone who
Did
feels
he really say
emotionally
that?
real in a world
I heard
where
it was
many
delayed
people
again.
are constantly
We have to make a
performing.
decision
Their
soon.
stillness, confidence,
what about
and
the
natural
others?
self-sufficiency
It's all right to feel
quietly
that tension.
challenge the emotional
What do you
habits
think
of
the
everyone
cracks mean?
around them.
I don't know.
And that silent honesty alone is enough
I
to
can't
make
keep
certain
this up
people
anymore.
uneasy. Most people feel uncomfortable with silence because quiet moments force them to sit with their own thoughts and emotions. The
It's
moment a
wonderful that we
conversation
could all make
slows down,
time for
they
this.
quickly try to fill the space with
Absolutely.
unnecessary
We
words,
must do this
nervous
again
laughter,
before the
or
quarterly
random
review.
explanations. Silence often feels awkward because many people rely on constant interaction to maintain emotional comfort and social approval. But emotionally grounded
Keep
individuals
smiling.
experience silence
Don't
differently.
let the cracks
They do not feel
show.
pressured to entertain others or constantly prove they are likable. To them, quiet moments feel natural and peaceful rather than threatening. This calmness immediately changes the atmosphere around them.
But you have to
because
understand,
most
if
people
we
are
don't
not
do
used
this,
to
the
someone
whole
who can
project
remain
falls
fully
apart.
comfortable
We
without
discussed
social
this
performance.
extensively in the
Their
previous
stillness
meetings.
often makes others feel unexpectedly self-conscious. Eye contact creates a similar effect. Many people briefly look into someone's eyes before quickly looking away because prolonged attention feels emotionally intense. However, deeply present individuals naturally maintain eye
It's
contact
just,
without trying
sometimes
to
I feel like
intimidate
I'm wearing
anyone.
a mask,
They simply
you know?
stay focused
Like this isn't
and
the real me.
emotionally available during the interaction. This can make others feel unusually exposed because genuine attention is rare in modern conversations. Boundaries also make these
We need to
individuals
talk about
stand
this
out.
later.
Most people soften
Why are
rejection
you
with
avoiding
excessive
me?
apologies and long explanations
I'm just tired,
because they
okay?
fear disappointing others. But emotionally secure people often communicate boundaries calmly and directly. When they say no, they do not feel the need to endlessly justify themselves. Their clarity can feel intimidating to people who are used to emotional negotiation and constant reassurance. Yet, these behaviors are not cold or manipulative. They come from self-respect, emotional stability, and authenticity. The person is not trying to control the room. They simply refuse to abandon their own comfort in order to protect everyone else from discomfort. And that quiet confidence naturally affects the people around them. Some people naturally observe far more than they say, while others focus only on words. Emotionally perceptive individuals notice tone, pauses,
This party is
facial
absolutely
expressions,
wonderful.
body language,
Oh yes,
and
the
hidden
quarterly
emotional
reports look
shifts during
amazing.
conversations.
Cheers, everyone.
They can sense tension behind a smile, insecurity behind confidence, or discomfort hidden beneath casual responses. Their attention naturally moves toward what remains
The next
unspoken,
express train
instead of
arriving
what is
on track
openly
4
presented.
is the downtown
Because
local.
of this, interactions
Stand
around
clear
them
of the
often
doors.
feel emotionally intense,
Where did we go
even when
wrong?
nothing dramatic is happening. Most
It
people are
wasn't
used to
supposed to end
conversations
like
built
this.
on distraction and surface-level
I
attention.
still miss
They
you.
expect others to only partially listen while thinking about their own response. But deeply observant individuals listen with genuine presence. This creates a strange effect where others suddenly feel unusually seen and understood. A simple question from them can cause someone to over-explain, become defensive, or justify actions that were never being criticized. The emotionally aware person may only be curious, yet their attention
it's
quietly
that easy to
exposes
just let
insecurity
go.
hidden beneath the surface.
You have no idea what this
Human
feels
beings
like.
constantly communicate through subtle emotional signals, but most people ignore them because everyday social interaction is often rushed and performative. Highly perceptive individuals, however, naturally absorb these details without effort. This can make others uncomfortable because many people rely on carefully maintained emotional masks. Some hide insecurity behind humor, confidence, or emotional control. When they meet someone who quietly
Everything is
notices
absolutely
these
wonderful.
contradictions,
We are
their
thrilled with the
performance
Q3
suddenly
projections.
feels
Yes,
unstable.
truly exceptional work,
Even without
everyone.
direct
Let's
confrontation,
keep this momentum going.
they sense they are being understood more deeply
That
than
was
expected.
awkward. Did
That
you mean
feeling
it?
can
They're all
become
staring.
emotionally uncomfortable because true visibility requires vulnerability, and vulnerability feels dangerous to people who are used to hiding parts of themselves. As a result, others may distance themselves without fully understanding why. The discomfort was never caused by judgment or hostility. It came from the rare experience of being genuinely seen by someone who notices far more than words alone. There is a painful loneliness hidden inside this kind of presence that most people never see. From the outside, emotionally grounded individuals appear calm, confident, and deeply self-controlled. Others admire their composure and quiet intensity. Yet those same qualities often
can't believe
create
they said
emotional
that.
distance
Are you
instead
sure
of
it's going to be
closeness.
okay?
Most
I'm
people
so
feel
worried.
safer
What if I
around
fail?
personalities that
Everyone is
constantly
watching.
reassure, soften themselves, and make every interaction emotionally easy. But deeply aware individuals rarely do that. Their silence feels heavier, their attention feels more honest, and their emotional steadiness quietly exposes insecurity in others. Because of this, they are often misunderstood in ways that slowly become exhausting. Calmness is mistaken for arrogance. Emotional control is seen as coldness, and thoughtfulness becomes interpreted as judgment. Even when they genuinely care about people, others may still behave cautiously around them without fully understanding why. Over time, this creates an invisible barrier in relationships. Conversations remain friendly, yet true intimacy develops slowly. Many emotionally perceptive people notice the same pattern repeating throughout life. They are respected, but rarely fully understood. Others admire them from a distance, while hesitating to emotionally relax around them. Friendships can feel careful instead of natural, and connection often becomes harder than it should be. The most painful part is that these individuals usually blame themselves for the disconnect.
No, you don't
They
understand.
wonder
The
why
entire
closeness
project
feels
hinges on
difficult
this one
despite their
detail.
I know,
sincerity
and
and
I
emotional
specifically
depth.
mentioned the contingency
In reality,
plan for the
the
contingency
problem often
plan.
has little
Everything
to do
is
with
just
them.
wonderful
Human
today, isn't
beings
it?
naturally
yes,
project
absolutely
fear onto what
perfect.
they cannot
The energy
easily
in here
read
is
or
incredible.
emotionally
We're all
control.
thriving.
When someone feels authentic and internally stable, others unconsciously compare themselves against that energy and feel exposed by contrast. Instead of confronting those feelings within themselves, they quietly create distance from the person who triggered them. That is why authenticity can feel strangely isolating in modern social
really.
life.
But you
In a
seemed
world
upset.
where many people survive through
No, I
emotional
wasn't.
masks and performance,
It's
someone who
just-
feels emotionally real can unintentionally make others uncomfortable simply by being themselves. Beneath the calm exterior of deeply aware people is often a nervous system that experiences the world with unusual intensity. They notice emotional shifts that most people completely overlook. A slight change in tone, forced
I know,
smile,
but I don't
awkward
understand
pause,
why they would
or
do that
hidden
without
tension
telling us
inside
first.
a conversation
And then I had to go
can
back and
remain in their
explain the
mind
whole situation
long
again.
after the interaction ends. While others quickly move on from social situations, highly sensitive individuals continue processing them internally, replaying details, emotions, and unspoken meaning. Their awareness rarely switches off completely. They naturally absorb emotional energy from the people and environments around them, which can make ordinary interactions mentally exhausting over time. This sensitivity is not weakness, although many people misunderstand it that way. Their minds simply gather more emotional and social information than average people. Because of this, they often sense discomfort, insecurity, or emotional imbalance before anyone openly notices it. Yet this same depth is also what gives their presence emotional weight. People can instinctively feel when someone is genuinely present instead of socially performing. Authentic attention creates intensity because it quietly exposes how artificial many everyday interactions truly are. In a world where people constantly hide
cannot
behind
believe it,
distractions,
darling. You must be
emotional
joking.
masks,
Oh,
and
marvelous,
carefully controlled
absolutely
identities,
marvelous.
honesty
We must do
becomes
this again
strangely
very
uncomfortable
soon.
to witness. These
In this
individuals are
maze
not
of reflections,
cold, arrogant,
true
or
strength is
emotionally
found not in
difficult.
confidence,
They simply
but in
stopped
calm
reshaping
acceptance.
themselves to gain approval from everyone around them. Their quiet authenticity unintentionally reveals how much modern social behavior is built on performance, and that alone is enough to make certain people uneasy in their presence.